Okay, class is in session. Hola, clase. That wasn't funny. Hi, guys. My name is Muna. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well and everyone's day is going well. This is literally how I go around my day, either glasses or contact. It's not props. I literally have a serious eye problem and I need help. Now, it's the issue at hand. If you give me a mic today, get the gist. And tell me to talk extensively for 1 hour without interruption about something. I'm going to talk about natural hair. I will not skip a beat and Game of Thrones and all the 5 books that George R. R. Martin has written. But today we are focusing on natural hair and every single thing you need to know before going natural. Not literally, but the terms and terminologies that are used on natural hair. Or if you're interested in knowing a couple of things or a few things about some terms and terminologies about natural hair, just so you're not confused. If you're here to learn about that, you're in the right channel. Keep watching and enjoy this video. To stick around, just make sure you learn so that you won't be confused about what I'm saying in videos to come. This is also a way for you to educate yourself. If you're a naturalista, if you're a relaxed hair girl, if you're a guy, anybody, it's just good to educate yourself on things here, basically. No knowledge is a waste. First thing I'm going to start with is natural hair. Well, natural hair is your God-given hair, basically. A hair that hasn't been altered by texturizer or relaxer or any chemical in general. So if you're referring to somebody as somebody that has natural hair, the person's hair hasn't been altered permanently by any chemical. So relaxed hair is a hair that has been altered by chemicals permanently to stretch or straighten your hair permanently. This hair cannot be reverted to natural. Moving over to texturized hair, which people mistake for natural hair. Texturized hair is not natural hair. Texturized hair is hair that has gone through the process of using chemicals to alter the natural state of your hair. The only difference between this and relaxed hair is the fact that with relaxed hair, the chemical stays in for so long, whereas the texturized hair, the chemical stays in for little less time than relaxed hair. This hair cannot be reverted to its natural state. It has been altered chemically. Transitioned hair or transitioning is a state or a process of growing out your natural hair while slowly breaking off the relaxed ends. When someone says they are transitioning their hair, it means that their hair has been relaxed, but like every relaxed girl, the natural hair still grows from the root, but then after like a couple of months, you put in the chemical and then you relaxes it. Whereas when you're transitioning your hair, you don't actually relax it. So transitioning is basically the process of maintaining your natural hair while breaking off the relaxed ends. Big chop. Big chop is a state where you cut off all your relaxed ends. So when someone refers to wanting to do a big chop or has done a big chop or I did a big chop so day, it means that the person has actually cut off that relaxed end. It's slowly and steady. You are letting your natural hair grow out. It's obviously a huge chunk of their hair, so it's called a big chop. TWA, also known as teeny weeny afro. This is that small afro that you have when you've already big chopped your hair. Small cute fro that you literally cannot do this. That's why it's called the teeny weeny afro. Your hair in its big chopped state, if that makes any sense. So I don't know if you realize this, but I'm taking it from stage to stage so you don't get confused. But the next term is awkward length. So the awkward length is a stage in your natural hair journey where you can't exactly do anything with it or you can't style it, so you just carry it awkwardly. It's in the name, it's the awkward length. You can't pack it, but it's so full that it can actually form an afro. It's self-explanatory. Blowout is basically a state of adding some sort of heat to your hair, but not harsh heat. When your hair is in a blowout stage, it means that you have used a hair dryer to stretch out your hair. You can also blow out your hair as a form of drying your hair when you are fresh out of the shower or when you're fresh out of washing your hair. So some people use that to dry their hair and some people blow out their hair to style their hair. If you want to make your natural hair softer and more manageable for a protective style, you can actually opt for blowing it out as opposed to relaxing or texturizing, which would alter your hair permanently. Whereas with blowout, it can always revert back to its original state. So the next thing we're going to talk about is TLC. This is tender love and care. This would actually be used in a situation where you are detangling your hair, or like, handling your hair with tender love and care. It's not only a natural hair term. You can also use it on different occasions, not just for natural hair. So protective styles. Protective styles are styles that tuck the end of your hair away. So this is obviously not a protective styles. Examples of protective styles are braids, twists, flat twists, putting on a weave because you braided it under and your hair is not like seeing the light of day. So protective styles are hairstyles that are being done on natural hair or even relaxed hair to just put your hair away for a while. The reason for doing protective style is usually for length retention and growth. Your braids, your twists, all the things that doesn't make you wear your hair out like this, if that makes any sense. It's twist out. Twist out is the unraveling of a two-strand twist, right? After it has dried up in its twisted form, for it to be curly or coily, depends on the type of your hair. But a braid out is basically the same thing, only the fact that it has dried up in a braided form and then it's unraveled to form some sort of curls that it's dried up in. The next thing we're going to be talking about is hair porosity. So porosity is the ability for your natural hair to absorb moisture, and it's broken down into three parts or three types of porosity. So there's low porosity, there is normal porosity, and then there's high porosity. People with low porosity like me find it hard to absorb moisture into their hair. So basically, in order for us to absorb moisture into our hair, we have to stay under the shower for a while before our hair absorbs moisture. We have to apply more product for our hair to absorb any kind of moisture or any kind of product. So for normal porosity, it's a mix between high and low porosity. It's not really hard to get water in, but at the same time, you need to work it to get water in. For high porosity, it's really easy for water to get into your hair, and as easy as it is for water to get into your hair, it's also easy for it to come out of your hair. Now, I'm going to do a video on hair porosity later, but for now, just try and understand your hair porosity in order for you to apply products correctly to your hair. Shampooing is the process of cleansing your hair. So in the process of cleansing, it can make your hair dry or a little bit hard. So that's where conditioning comes in. Conditioning basically is a process of softening your hair strand. When people condition their hair, it's usually after shampooing. Conditioning makes it softer, not necessarily adding any form of health to it, but just makes it manageable or softer. It's like the natural hair relaxer. Co-wash is a form of washing. It's not basically a cleansing kind of washing, but it's the process of using just conditioner to wash your strands, not to wash your scalp or your hair, because conditioner does not belong to your scalp. Conditioner belongs to your strands. So co-wash is a process usually done during the week. So it's a process of putting just conditioner. The co in co-wash means conditioner. So it's a process of using just conditioner to wash your strands or to re-energize your hair if it is dry from the week's styling, if it has been dried for a while. Wash and go is another regular on this channel. Wash and go is basically wearing out your hair in its natural state, like this is an old wash and go, when you don't manipulate your hair with every other styling tool. The only thing is that you use some certain products like gel or mousse to maintain your natural curls. So you're not manipulating your hair, you're just bringing out your natural curls. Wash and go from the name. You wash your hair, maintain the natural curls while it's still wet, and then you go about your day. You're not altering your hair or curl pattern, or you're not changing your curl pattern. It's literally your God-given curl pattern. So the last thing we are going to talk about is natural hair types. So there are 4 different hair types, and every natural girl belongs to at least one of those 4 hair types. So we have from 1 to 4, and in that one, it has its subsections or hair types from 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C. Yes. For type 1, it's usually the straight hair. Type 2, it's the it's more wavy. Type 3 hair is usually the curly hair. So people that are mixed race with, most times they fall into these three category. And then type 4 hair, like mine, are usually more coarse or coily and more kinky than others. So I think that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.